On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have the 100th episode of the Open Boat with Jenie Ackerman. We have reports and events from around the island, and we also have a big preview of the digital edition of the Fisherman magazine coming right at you. Stay tuned.
The ultimate fishing authority in the Northeast, the Fisherman magazine.
Just catching. New Explore Series fish finders keep you locked on fish with unbeatable clarity, best-in-class imaging options, and a stunning ultra-bright HD screen. There's more to explore, only with Humminbird.
Finally reached 50,000 subscribers. That's a big milestone for us. We want to thank all of you that are watching today that do subscribe to the Fisherman magazine for tuning in every week and watching all of our content and great videos that we put out for you. If you are not a subscriber yet, we advise that you do, so you get those videos right away. You are notified when those videos hit your inbox. Please, thank you, and we look forward to making more content for you in the future. Thank you once again. If you're not familiar with where we are right now, we are at Sore Thumb. It's a state park beach. There's a lot of state park beaches on the island. There's different rules and regulations as far as when you can go on the beach this time of the year. Some of them changed after the holiday weekend that just passed by. We're going to go over them with you right now. Starting off in Montauk, we're going to go over that one first. We have Hither Hills, Montauk Point, and Napeague. The state park permit gives you year-round access. It's 24-hour access there as well. Then we have Robert Moses, which is right behind us over here. Democrat Point, that is. April 1st through December 31st is open 24 hours. Then after Memorial Day, which just passed, you have to be on before 7 a.m. or after 5 p.m. Then after Labor Day, it goes back to 24 hours a day access. Then it's Sore Thumb, which we are here right now. It is April 1st to December 31st. That is 24-hour access. Also at Gilgo, April 1st to December 31st. That is 24-hour access. But I have to add, for the most updated information at Gilgo, please contact the Robert Moses Park office at 631-669-0449. And for additional information and updates on all of the parks and their access, visit the link in the description below.
At the edge of Long Island, where the ocean meets tradition, Montauk Anglers Club can be your boat's home and your gateway to legendary fishing. Whether you're a pro or just casting your first line, this is where memories are made. Join Montauk Anglers Club, where the catch of the day is just the beginning. Or go to montaukanglersclub.com for more information.
I spoke about the preview before, the digital edition of the Fisher magazine. Let's get into it right now. Starting off, for our surf column, we have the Bluefish Strike. That's by the Fisherman's own Jenie Ackerman. Then for our inshore column, Shadow of a Doubt by Scott Newhall. That's all about fishing those shadow lines. I love to fish shadow lines. If you want to catch more fish, definitely read up on that one. Our freshwater column of the week, Search Casting Weedy Shallows by Bruce Linton, and our fly fishing column to round it off, Nymphing Techniques Part 1 by Mark Sadati. We got some upcoming events here at the Fisherman. Let's see what is going on. Let's get right into it. Starting off, if you have a Go Fast boat, you may be interested in the inaugural poker run taking place on the Great South Bay, June 1st. Proceeds will benefit the Blue Island Oyster Foundation. Get the details at gsbpokerrun.com. June 1st through June 30th is the Surf Rats Ball Fishing Tournament. It's a catch and release surf fishing tournament. Proceeds that go to Kids Need More charity. Then on June 6th is the Manhattan Cup Catch and Release Striped Bass Tournament. That's always a big one. June 21st is the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers Shark Tournament. Then on June 22nd is the first annual Bay Rats and Buoys Striped Bass Invitational. On June 28th through the 29th is the Valley Stream Fishing Weekend. Also on the 29th is the All-Pro Fishing Duke of Fluke Tournament and Fair. For all the details, visit thefisherman.com/events. Let's get a Dreamboat and a Coastal Kayak Clash update.
Here's the latest from the Dreamboat Fishing Challenge. First, we have Long Island subscriber Mark of Southampton, Long Island with a 2.2 Porgy weighed in at East End Bait and Tackle, placing Mark 5th in the Porgy category. we have from Warwick, Rhode Island, New England subscriber Gregory Brennan weighing in his 2.36 Porgy at Quaker Lane Bait and Tackle, landing him 4th in the Porgy class. New Jersey subscriber Michael of Brick, New Jersey, with the first fluke in the contest, weighed in a Gabriel tackle at 7.9 pounds. Another entry from East End Bait and Tackle was from Fred Liederman, Long Island subscriber from Hampton Bays, with a Sea Robin of 2.9 pounds, seating him 4th in the Sea Robin category. The leaderboard now stands like this. Taking first place is Michael McGigan. Placing second is Sean Brownyard. And third is Thomas Luciano. Are you the best angler in the Northeast? Well, now is your chance to prove it. The Fisherman's Dreamboat Contest is back. Win this Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha, along with these other great prizes. Fish hard and weigh in as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. What's the catch? You must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. All it takes is one fish on the board to win a great prize, so however you fish, you have a shot. For all the details and official rules, visit thefisherman.com. It was a slower week in the Coastal Kayak Clash, but we had some really nice fish hit the board. There was a battle at top of the striped bass category. Tom Howard struck first with a 42.5-incher. Newcomer Mario Santos bested him a day later with a 43-inch fish. Al Green came in to take over the sea bass lead with a 19.75-inch knothead. The top three now look like this. David Doe and Tom Howard are in a virtual tie for second place with 4 points, and Justin Oser holds on to the lead with 6 points. Hey kayakers, the Fisherman's Coastal Kayak Clash contest is back. Win this fully outfitted Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak from Yak Attack, along with other great prizes. Catch and release as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. To enter, you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine, fish from a kayak, and document your catch. Many chances to win great prizes, so get out there on the water now and fish hard. To be part of the action, you must be a subscriber and register at thefisherman.com.
In regards to our Fisherman Magazine contest, please be sure to read all the rules before participating and fill out your forms completely. And with that being said, let's get into our Around the Map segment, sponsored by Marine Mate in Lindenhurst. Starting out on the West End, reports of the week, we have Captain Rob Harris. He is from the Captain Lou's fleet. He shows off a nice tilefish caught on the Atlantic Pearl. They're out of Freeport. He said the bite was the best it's been in years. All fares on board limited out. Awesome trip. Len Oppenheimer, he was fishing east of Jones Beach Inlet. He said to me, we hooked up with some monster stripers on a beautiful windy day with nobody on the water and the air showing the distance. What a beautiful way to catch some fish, Len. Rob, he shows off a personal best striped bass at 50 inches plus. The fish was measured quickly and released. Ron told me he avoids weighing fish that size. He likes to take care of them. He doesn't want to hang them on a scale. He caught that fish on the west end of the island. Jennifer Zoll, she wanted to share her personal best fluke caught this Memorial Day in the bay near Lido Beach. Fish measured just shy of 30 inches and weighed in at 9 pounds, 2 ounces at Ted's Fishing Station. She said she caught on a combination of a squid and spearing, and she said, I quote, "It's my biggest fluke to date. I'm especially thrilled to land a fish like this so early in the season. Nice job, Jen." Jen, I hope you are in the Dreamboat. That will be a top contender fish. Rob Mills shows off a nice bluefish off Jones Beach by Field 6 just after sunrise. He caught that on a SP minnow. That was on Memorial Day morning. Nice way to spend a holiday. Also, David, he shows off a 23-inch fluke. He caught that on the west end as well. Good old-fashioned squid and spearing combo. Moving on to the central South Shore area of the island, I got a report in from Sergio Paban. He was fishing off Patchogue Dock. He said there's a lot of schoolies after dark on soft plastics. Jesse Biondi said it was a damp, cold, and foggy evening trip in the back bays of the South Shore, Long Island. Picked a few off the flutter spoons, but the golden ticket was live bait. If you were quick enough to get a bunker out of the sparse schools, the bite was almost instant. Zach, he checked in and said the blues are still around all over the central South Shore of the island. Nice bluefish, Zach. Dane Sweet, he was in the back bay of Mauritius casting light bucktails tipped with gulp on the slack flood tide and shows off a nice weak fish for his efforts. Nice job, Dane. Joe spoke about an epic night on the south shore of Long Island with about 4 to 5 overslot striped bass and a gator blue mixed in, all on mag darters. Andrew Winter checked in again along the south shore ocean side. He said, me and my buddies were fishing the incoming and got some bites in a local inlet. Once the bite died out, we went out into the ocean to see the bass blitzing during the slack outgoing. The lures that worked best were bucktails and Yozuri spooks, always good choices. Pictured is a 35-inch striper, about 20 pounds, assuming it was full of bunker. Matt and Kai, they were fishing on some bunker pods on the outside. Matthew caught this fish off Fire Island Inlet on a live bunker. Fish was well over 50 pounds. This was his second 50 caught in only 2 years, and he's only 11 years old. He's killing it right now. The fish was safely released, of course, swam away strong, and it was the only fish landed on that morning of Memorial Day morning, that is. Again, a great way to celebrate the holiday. Moving on to the east end of the island. Taylor sent in this picture of a beautiful striped bass. They said the action was non-stop, all on the Viking fleet out of Montauk. Captain Mike Larson, he sent in a picture as well. Caught and released his 43-inch striper on the 26th of May while fishing the Montauk rips on his boat, the Trophy Hunter. Michael Alfano, he sent in a striped bass picture. This one was caught out of Montauk as well, fishing the Radar Tower. Melissa Bauman, she caught another personal best striped bass. It might be a week of personal bests here at the Fisherman magazine. This one was caught at Montauk Point, no other place. Again, she caught on a local charter boat in Montauk. Nice job, Melissa. We have a North Shore report for you as well. Ryan Murphy had this 46-inch striped bass. It was caught in the western Long Island Sound, and he used Mojo's trolling technique, that is, caught on the 23rd of May. Nice job, Ryan. And if you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. I'll try and get it into the weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
It's a week here of milestones at the Fisherman magazine. As I said before, we hit 50,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Jenie Ackerman, the media coordinator for the Fisherman magazine, she goes into her 100th episode of her Open Boat series. Jenie, what do you got for us?
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat. Today is a landmark episode. It is the 100th episode of Open Boat. I'm so happy we made it here. We did it, the 100th episode. I've been doing it every single week except for last week, but that's because I did the video fishing forecast. So you still saw me on your TV, but it has been a blast so far. From sharing fishing stories to talking to you guys at the shows or through our fishing challenges to coming fishing with me, listening in on a seminar that I did, or just learning something new. It's been great. And tomorrow, May 30th, is actually my 2 years with the Fisherman magazine. So I want to thank all you guys for your endless support through the videos and talking to me at the shows, you know, giving me great support with my articles that I write. I appreciate you guys all so very much. And I just wanted to put some clips together from Open Boat episode 1 up to where we're at right now, and we're gonna have more great open boats to come. Hopefully next week I got a little field trip for you guys, weather permitting. That's always the biggest thing, weather permitting, because there's so much stuff I want to do, but unfortunately the weather sometimes doesn't cooperate. But this summer I'm looking forward to a lot of great open boats. And remember guys, Super Flukers Challenge, you got to catch a big fish on a bucktail and send it to me, but we have 3 more parts of the challenge to come, and you have all the way through till fluke season is over. So send me your pictures. You have my email. You know what's up. I want to see those submissions, and we're going to wrap it up when fluke season's over, and we're going to do a winner circle episode. But once again, thank you guys for the endless support. Be sure to drop a comment for the 100th episode. So I know you guys are still here watching, and let's roll some clips. Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Open Boat with me, Jenie. And today we're gonna go sea bass fishing. So come along with me and let's catch them up.
Hello, my name is Tommy. I want to catch a fish, yes, big.
Nothing beats a topwater bite, especially for bluefish of this size. I had a ton chase this, and I'm gonna quickly release this one to get right back into the action.
Yep, Greco, but he's...
Oh, he's a little, oh, there yeah! Yeah! That's a nice one. Oh my gosh. So this has been a ton of fun. You owe me $1. You owe me $1. You owe me $1. Fork it over. This is cool. This is like a lot of people, so thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And this is the first time I'm doing this seminar, which is cool because it goes back to my roots.
Jenny's first ice fish in a long time.
There we go, since high school. I'm old now, that's a long time. Oh my God, let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Once again, guys, thank you. I can't even describe the gratitude I have for such a great fan base and such nice people, you know, like you're all very supportive, and I appreciate like meeting you whether I'm out fishing or at the shows and stuff like that and hearing your kind words. So I appreciate all you guys, and I will catch you on next week's Open Boat.
Our meteorologist, Rich Von Ohlen, his weather and fishing report is brought to you by Premium Bucktails. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads up, a general overview on the upcoming weekend. So it was a wild week. We were out on Memorial Day Monday, my crew and I. We found the bluefin tuna, the giants, out in the ocean south of the Rockaways there. We're looking for bass, and instead we found some dolphins and some of these giants here. We did throw some popping plugs and did throw a Ronzi at them, but could not hook up. But it was just wild to see these fish swimming at the top of the water column, pushing water. Look at the wake behind these fish. It was just absolutely wild to see these out there. So again, we tried, didn't hook up, but really something neat to see. All right, the next day I was back in the bay with my buddy Mike, and we did get some fluke, a 19-inch and 22-inch fluke. You still had to work hard for them. Water temps back bay, still kind of chilly, but again, you pick your spots, use the gulps, use the pink shines, and anything you got there, try to get these fluke up. Again, a lot of shorts, but if you work hard enough, couple of fluke, couple of keepers back in the bay for dinner. But water temps were chilly, mostly in the low to mid 50s. I mean, it's June now, and we're still seeing these chilly temps in the ocean. The weather's not going to be great this weekend. Now, Friday, probably the less windy day, maybe the best day to go. There'll be some passing showers and maybe a downpour, but the wind won't be too bad. But then it starts to crank. Look at that big front on Saturday. Southwest going west about 15 to 35 knots. So just be careful on Saturday. And Sunday a little better. West-northwest, maybe 10 to 20. A little more manageable perhaps, but also a cool weekend too. Look at the waves in the ocean on Saturday, especially east of Jones Inlet out in the ocean. Probably not the best day to do that. Stay in the bay, stay local. Sunday should be better. A little bit of a breeze, but I think it's manageable and fishable most of the day. It's also cool. Sweatshirts, jackets this weekend. You'll need it again. 60s to near 70 with those water temps chilly. Just make sure you have the gear to stay warm. Look at our guru here. What I like, the Wind Guru, one of my favorite apps. So Friday looks good. You know, the wind isn't too bad, fishable, and then we start to crank again. Look at that wind pickup for Saturday morning to midday afternoon. Be careful with that. And then Sunday, it's a little bit better. So we'll say Friday's good. You know, a little light breeze from the southwest, a couple of showers, some fog, but okay. Saturday, just, steer clear. Southwest to west, 15, 35 knots, very rough. But then Sunday should be the pick of the weekend as we see more of a steady westerly breeze, but should be manageable. You can always check my forecast, Weather Express Long Island. Check it out on Facebook and YouTube. And again, it looks like, maybe one good day out of the weekend. Maybe Friday is good. Saturday, though, not so great. But hopefully the fishing picks up as well. Have a great weekend. Be safe as always. Matt, back to you.
From out Montauk, Captain Timothy O'Rourke. Tim.
Greetings, Matt. Well, greetings everybody from Montauk. As you can see, we're hooked up here on the fly rod out here at the lighthouse. Bass fishing's been really good. That's the hot report. It's just been getting better and better out here in Montauk. In regards to everything else, let me get out of Saul's way so we can fight this fish. The flukin's starting to pick up. The scup's still good up in Gardner's Bay and up to the west, and there's a lot of big scup around. The fluke fishing's starting to definitely pick up, so you might want to consider that. The Vikings also doing a bunch of offshore tile trips, so you can check their schedule. The Miss Montauk, the ebb tide, they're all jigging up bass and fluking when they can. So get out here, get fishing. The weather's not looking ideal for the weekend, but next week will be a better shot. All right, everybody, talk to you soon. How's this guy doing back here?
He's doing well.
From Sag Harbor, Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor, guys. We are still continuing to go strong on the striped bass and bluefish front. We're starting to see bigger and bigger stripers push their way east, so that's super exciting, guys. 40-plus inch fish. Obviously, make sure you're very careful on the release there. In addition, we're also starting to continue to see some great topwater action for bluefish. Some really big gators, guys, so those are always fun and great action.
Thanks, Will and Matt. So report this week also out of Sag Harbor, guys. The bay is in good shape. The fishing has been strong. Water temp, we're reading about 62, 63 degrees. That's prime time. The fluke bite has been strong. The weak fish bite has been strong. And of course, porgies have also been strong. All of those in and around Jessup's Neck have all been great, both on bait and also on artificials. So we're really, really excited there, guys. Good eats for the table for everyone. So catch you next week. Back to you, Matt.
From Shinnecock, Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Still some really solid fishing going on in between Shinnecock and Moriches.
a lot of bluefish around back in the bay, or a number of the annoying cocktail size ones, but there's also some big gators that are putting up really nice fight on top water. There's also some bluefish in the inlets. Both Mauritius and Shinnecock have seen, pretty good run of fish, and the beach is close to the inlets. At night, there's been some bass off the beach for those surf casting through the night, and there's also been some bunker pods, some nice bass on them. You had to put your time in over the weekend. The wind was a little bit of an issue. Earlier in the weekend, things improved, and a lot of people got in some real nice fish. So those fish are moving fast because they're on bunker. There's a lot of nice fish behind them all the way back to Raritan Bay. So looks like we could have a real nice run going into the Strawberry full moon. Manhattan Cup is happening next week. I want to thank, there's been a number of people that have signed up as captains and as anglers. It's going to be an incredible day. But as usual, everyone runs into some issues just with scheduling or boat issues, and we are short a number of boats. Anyone that is able to come on Friday, June 6th to Liberty Landing in Jersey City and can take out 2 to 4 anglers that would be either veterans, angler teams, or sponsors of ours, it would be a huge help. Please reach out to me. You can leave a comment below on Instagram on Manhattan to Montauk, on Facebook, Mike Dean, or Manhattan to Montauk. Please, it would really help us out a tremendous amount. If you're able to do that, we can provide, for those of you that might have a longer trip, an overnight slip the night before, the night after. You would bring all the equipment for the anglers to use. It'd be yourself and a mate. It's an unbelievable day, great party, great food, great box lunch, and we're a little bit of a bind, and we never want to have any of the veterans that had planned on fishing of not being able to accommodate that. And every year people come through, so I'm sure a number of you out there, if you're able to do it, will. So hopefully I'll talk to you soon. All right, back to you, Matt.
From Northport, the Cal Harbor Bait and Tackle Report.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in this week. If you ever miss one of my reports and you can't find it, the easiest way to do is just go to our YouTube channel, Cal Harbor Bait and Tackle, and you'll see a chronological order of all our reports going back years. So if you're like me and you like to look for patterns, or it's literally like a video logbook. So I would encourage you to go back and take a look at the reports, and you can see how the fishing has progressed, or how June is looking forward. So a lot of times you go back, you can almost see what we're going to be talking about in 2 weeks. You find the North Shore is very, very consistent. So it's just a fun thing. People tell me they do it. I thought I'd pass on the information. Locally, wow, lights out fishing. We're coming off the new moon, which was Memorial Day weekend, and the top water bite, the jig bite, the swim bite, I mean, unbelievable. Loads of bunker chunking, and it's just, these fish had the chomp on. Phil was telling me he went out, he had some absolutely beautiful fish. He had 40-something plus pounds fish with his buddies, 28 pounds, 30-something pounds. The fish and bite, so many of our customers are just having a fantastic time out there. And whatever variety and style of fishing that you want, you can apply it, because this is a large mass of fish, and you're going to find them range from everywhere for the 20 right past the 40 into the 50-pound range. Capt James had a 50-something pound this week, and there's been multiple fish in the 40-pound range. So they're going back healthy. People are taking fast photos and sending them in the same way you got them. And that's a great thing. So watch out what you do with the fish, with the handling, especially these larger ones. They're breeding. And guess what? To the west of us, we've got 12-inch bass. And I'm saying loads and loads of them. And these 12-inch bass are racing up and down the beach on the sand eels. So if you're into the fly, if you just want to go down and get some morning top water and fish really ultralight stuff, it's blast to do that. Porgies are where porgies want to be right now. They're spread out. They're out in the triangle. They're in the back bays. They're on the piers. We've got them all the way to the east down by Nessequag River, as far west as Oyster Bay, and it's fantastic. They're eating it what they normally like to eat: worms, clams, shrimp, little crabs, whatever you can get. And they're fantastic eating fish. A lot of sea robins showed up again. They've been heavy. I didn't see any last year, but this year we've got a lot of sea robins. And the fluke, speak about the fluke, it's been building up. It's really nice. Opportunity is the second year in a row where we've had such a ginormous amount of sand eels. So these fluke, they're shallow. They're going to be anywhere from like right by the beach into 30 feet of water. And they're like hot and heavy on these sand eels. They're also spitting up squid. So we're having a squid run, a light one as at best, and the fluke are on it. So if you get a chance, go around at night, see if you can see some ink on the docks, and then go squid fishing. It's a great time. We're seeing a lot of variety of fish going on right now. This year, we've seen more flounder than I've seen in quite a long time. So the weak fish as well. There's plenty to do. Go out there, enjoy yourself, and until next week, bid you peace and tight lines.
From Jones Beach Bait and Tackle and Captree Bait, Tackle, and Fuel, Brendan Rutigliano.
Thanks, Matt. I just wanted to let you know about the amazing weak fish run we've had at the Captree Piers this week. It's awesome, and honestly, it's been on spearing and squid from the shop. They've also been hitting on gulp as well. Here's a picture of my buddy Mike with a 3.2-pound weak fish from the pier. Next, we got Kevin with a 5.5-pound weakie, and Keith next to him with a 20-inch and 21-inch fluke they caught right in front of the shop. One of the biggest fish that came off the dock this week was a 7-pounder by TJ. Here's a photo. There's also been a mix of blues, short fluke, some weak fish, and some other stuff on the pier, so it's actually really fun right now. So get out there. The Captree fleet is also doing well, with some of the boats even turning from fluke to bluefish in the afternoon and night trips. Here's a picture with the Captree Pride, with one of its customers catching 3 blues. A lot of customers are actually starting to keep those blues for the smoker. They are delicious, so try them if you get a chance. On the Jones Beach side of things, we've had a nice run of bluefish and fluke coming off the piers. Here's a picture of Sash with a nice pier blue, and the next day we got Ben with another blue. Here's a photo of him. Thanks for the guys allowing me to take a photo. Please, if you guys catch anything, bring them to up by the shops. It really helps us out, especially with these videos. I also wanted to let you guys know that the shops are fully stocked, and we'll be doing a free gulp pack with every 5 other packs that you buy. Back to you, Matt.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain.
Hello, Matt. Well, I'm starting this report on a very sad note. Many of you go out to the Shinnecock, and in the hatchery there was a young lady named Cat. We all called her Cat. It was Caitlin was her real name, and unfortunately she had a medical issue and she passed away this past week. Suddenly, it was not expected at all. She was a wonderful person, always had a smile. If you follow the Shinnecock Instagram page, she's the one that did all the postings. It's just a sad, sad note. And she leaves behind a husband and 2 young children. And, you know, there is a GoFundMe page to help them get through this financially and all that. And you could see it right here if you feel like making a small donation to help that family. It's very sad. It's hard to talk about fishing with a sad note, but we have to go on. And so as far as the fishing goes, I've been the saltwater still is doing well. As you get to the inlets, and you know, the bass and blues are both around. The surf has fish in it. I've been hearing a lot from the back bays. It's all about the wind. And tonight, right now, I'm running a trip up to Sunken Meadow. This is up there, and it's great because the wind is from our back. It's a southerly wind. So hopefully we're at the bottom of the tide, and hopefully we're going to catch some. And of course, I'll post some photographs if we did. As far as the freshwater goes, well, I'm talking to people that my son just came back from He was up fishing on the Farmington with his girlfriend and a few other friends that were camping, and it was tough fishing. And he called me. He goes, "Dad, what should I use?" And I said, "Listen, if you see fish rising, but you don't really see that ring in a bubble, they're taking emergers. Swing some wet flies right through the surface." And sure enough, that's what was the ticket. If they're a lot of times they'll key in on the emergers and not on the adults. So you know, you got to play around and you got to be there and you got to do things. And as far as fishing goes, you know, we're gonna, like I said, I'm not in the best of mood this week because of what happened. And well, until next week, tight lines, and we're gonna miss you, Cat.
Captain Gaige checks in from the Huntington area.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here, and I am reporting to you guys from the Long Island Sound right now. The fishing is lights out. It is Wednesday. We're out here. The bass are blowing up all around us. We've been getting them on the troll, getting them on the flutter spoon, and now we're getting 40-inch fish. We had, I think, what was the top, Noah? 41 inches?
Yeah, 41.
41 inches on the top water. So Noah's hammering down today. He's got high hook, and it's great to see, guys. The bass are here. There's no better time. If you want to get out and catch some bass, now's the time to book a charter and get out here and do it. The fishing is lights out. We had a charter on Tuesday morning. We got out and we caught nothing but fluke. It was an epic trip. We had a mother and father and a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old that were landing fluke all day long. Check it out here in the pictures and the videos, guys. It was absolutely awesome. And yes, they had keeper fluke in the mix, which was great to see. A lot of 18 and a half, but we did have a 19 and a 19 and a half, which was awesome to see. So if you guys want to get out there and catch some fish, don't forget to check out Sunday, June 22nd. We got Bay Rats and Buoy's first annual Striped Bass Invitational. So head on over to stripedbassinvitational.com and register your boat today. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
From the West End, we have Chris Landry.
Thanks, Matt. Fishing remains very strong here in Jamaica Bay and Rockaway Beach. Captain Snook and Slick Rick from the South Beach Jigger Club came up from Miami this Memorial Day weekend to get on some bass and tuna. We went out for bluefin tuna and we got a big thresher shark. It hit a Nomad deep diver and the meat was super delicious. It tastes just like swordfish. We also, the day before, got on plenty of bass and bluefish. So the back of the bay is still going off. There's bluefish blitzes. There's plenty of bass in the back, plenty of bunker in the back. People are still getting a lot of fluke. So everything is on and popping right now. So you got to get out there while it lasts. These striped bass won't be here forever. As soon as the water temperatures get around 70, most of them will be gone. So get out, book now, and let's go out and get fishing and get tight. All right, thank you, and back to you, Matt.
From Tyalurs Tackle up in Rye, Nuno Decosta.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. Nuno here from Tyalurs in Rye, New York. Another great, amazing week in the Western Long Island Sound, including a lot of fish in the 40 and 50 inch range, some 40 and 50 pounders out there. Lots of big fish caught in all different ways. Of course, your trolling remains hot, your umbrellas and mojos, but plenty of opportunity with the flutter spoons and some of your top water baits, guys. And then the live bait, if you could get your hands on bunker, the night chunk is also on. So the striped bass fishing right now, it's at its peak. This would be the time in the next few weeks to get out and go and get your personal best. A lot of people are reporting their personal best this season. A phenomenal season. A biomass out here like we've never seen before. On the fluke front, some more keepers are being caught here to the west. Definitely a lot of shorts. You go further east, you'll get a better catch ratio. Porgy fishing still remains strong to the east with a sprinkling of a few down here. Offshore bluefin. It's not hot and heavy, but you go out there, you get a nice size fish in the 70-inch, 60-inch range. It's time to go, guys. The season is here. We're celebrating summer's coming, and let's enjoy the next few months and get the tight lines out there.
From the Long Island Outdoorsman in Rockville Center, we have Rob Greco.
Hello, fisherman readers. This is Robert from Long Island Outdoorsman giving you this week's fishing report. Starting with the striped bass, it's been pretty steady. Here, Hewlett Bay, Jamaica Bay, a lot of slot fish and over slot fish. It does seem that the really big ones are still hanging out in that Jersey, Atlantic Highlands, Raritan area. If you wanted to try to get maybe a giant, 40, 50 pounder, that would be where I would be heading. But as far as the fluke report has been picking up. It's still a little slow with the water temps being a little on the cold side. Yesterday we were out, it was 58 degrees. But we did manage to pick up a 21-inch and a 19-inch. This is what we were using. I want to just bring that camera over here for a second. Typical setup, high-low, bucktail teaser combo, hollow teaser from Tsunami, and chartreuse mullet, 4-inch mullet. Yesterday the water quality was a little murky, so that's why we went with the chartreuse, and it seemed to pay off. But it was a bit of a slow pick, but quality fish. And on the freshwater report, I've been messing around a little bit over at Lake Ronkonkoma, and had some walleye and some bass this week. And anybody that's interested in freshwater fishing, your time is starting to run out a little bit, because as the weeds are starting to grow up, it's starting to get hard to cast. Snagging and stuff like that on the weeds is becoming an issue. So yeah, at some point we're going to be limited to weedless style lures, no treble hooks, stuff like that. But there's still fish out there to be caught, and we got some more time ahead of us, depending on the lake you're fishing, obviously. So yeah, back to you guys.
Next up, we have Raul Ortiz. If you haven't seen his cover yet, you better check it out. It's a real good one. Raul, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the Urban Angler. Well, you already know the bite is hot in New York. You can catch stripers from schoolie size to 30 plus pounds pretty much anywhere. You can catch them in the Hudson River, you can catch them in the Long Island Sound, anywhere in the 5 boroughs, and along the South Shore beaches of Long Island. I didn't go out over the weekend, but I did go out a few times during the week, and they were pretty successful trips with bluefish and striped bass. My biggest one this week was maybe close to 20 pounds. I did go out yesterday morning with my buddy Raul. We went out along the South Shore. We couldn't catch no stripers. We decided to go inside the Great South Bay. And we were greeted with birds, plenty of bait in the water, and a ton of bluefish. Nothing crazy, no stripies, but we managed to get a bunch of bluefish. In a short period of time, we had a lot of fun, lock and load action. Prior to that, though, my other trips, many bluefish, many striped bass. Along the South Shore beaches of Long Island, the bite continues with stripers and blues, and you still have fish coming out of the Hudson River. And I'm thinking with this cooler weather that the stripers are going to continue to stick around for a few more weeks, hopefully well into July. But besides that, the same lures continue to produce as the Joe Bag Swatters, SP Minnows, Super Strike plugs, bucktails, and a variety of plastics. If you like to use bait, bunker's pretty good right now. Bloodworms, clam. You might get lucky with a drum if you use clam. And eels. And I'm sure right now, most of the bait and tackle shops are stocked up with eels, guys. So if you want to get on that big fish, the time is now. Next few weeks should produce some really big fish, guys. I'm sure there's a lot of them already caught right now. Just a lot of people not posting anything till later on. Anyway, besides that, yeah, fishing is really, really good. And it should continue to be good for the next few weeks. Besides that, I want to give a shout out to the guys. My buddy Brandon, Billy, Nick, Raul, Joe, Chris. Thank you for your pictures and your reports. I appreciate it. And guys, don't forget, June 1st, we got the Surf Rats Ball. Mr. Bill Wetzel's Surf Rats Ball begins June 1st. If you're interested, guys, just go to surfratsball.com and check it out. You got till June 15 to sign up. And if you want to get on this action now, you better do it now. Anyway, get out there, guys. It's time. It's time to be out on the water. Anyway, tight lines to all. Good luck. And back to you, Matt.
Up next, we have Ryan Charleston from the West End.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, guys. Ryan here with your Western Long Island Surf Fishing Report. Fishing's been red hot the last week or so. There are a lot of big bass being caught all over the South Shore. Darters and swimming plugs have been the ticket. Been putting a lot of bass on the sand this week. And while the bite has been pretty tide dependent, there are aggressive feeds happening both on day tides and night tides. It just seems to be a shorter window of opportunity, anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour or so. There are tons of bluefish still around. A majority of these fish being pulled up are on the smaller side compared to those gators and gorillas that we've been seeing the last couple weeks, but nothing beats a bend in the rod. I'm hoping that some of these bigger bass will stage in our area as we head into that first quarter moon phase. Best of luck to everybody this week, tight lines, and I will catch you guys next week. Back to you, Matt.
Andre Montgomery checks in from the Western Long Island Sound.
Thanks, Matt. Well, once again, this is what's happening here in the Long Island Sound. We're going to start from the City Island area, from the City Island Bridge to the antennas to the blouses around to the Tri-State Bridge. Right now, we're catching fluke. I did do some porgy recognizance over the weekend, and we're catching porgies as close as execution. They were at Fox's and Shinnecock, but the porgies have moved out from the shallows and moved into the middle. 32A is where you need to go right now if you want to get you some nice porgies. What do we have mixing with the porgies? You have some fluke. We have some weak fish even coming in there. But the waters that we're fishing in Connecticut, 32A, you're catching plenty of sea bass there too. But I want to tell you, the sea bass is closed for New York. I think our season opens the third week of June, something like that. So it is what it is. But we're catching striped bass. My 3-year-old son, Monty, this is the striped bass he caught.
There you go, Monty. Good job. Good job turning the handle.
I got it.
Look at his face now.
His face was priceless. So you're getting weak fish, we're getting fluke, we're getting porgies, we're getting bluefish, we're getting bass. Anything you want to target right now, you should be able to get out there and catch. Back to you, man.
From Breezy Point, we have Captain Cal.
In terms of Jamaica Bay area, Breezy Point, Sheepshead Bay area, the striped bass are still around. We are still seeing lots of slots, probably more slots than over. But the good news is that the gator blues and the gorilla blues are in, as well as cocktail blues. Haven't seen snappers, but the bluefish are inside the bay. We had our actual most successful night trip the other night fishing for bluefish. We had over 30 gator blues. It was a action-packed night, so lots of our members got to experience that type of fishing, as well as our members also catching out there. Shout out to Melissa, who caught her new personal best. It was a bass in the mid-30s out in Montauk. And again, our members do travel and fish throughout the tri-state area, so always thankful to receive some intel and reports from them, as well as the fluke. For our fluke fanatics, fluke fishing is picking up in Jamaica Bay and in the area. I expect them to be by Coney Island, Breezy Point, or both inside and outside the bay. So we had some good catches, some keepers coming up float. Not so much signs of sea robins and small miniature bait, but I anticipate more bait to come into the bay, which means there'll be more fluke, more fish, more sea robins. And I did hear the porgies are in town, so we'll be looking for porgies on our next trips, as well as focusing more on fluke. But that's what's going on in our neck of the woods. Back to you, Matt.
Keep in mind, the Fisherman magazine does have an apparel store. We have hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts. They're all online now. And as I've said before, we are throwing in free shipping with orders over $100. And with Father's Day coming up, it is the perfect gift for your father who likes to fish. Treat Dad well, get him some Fisherman magazine apparel. We hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend last week. Weather doesn't look too good, there's some rain coming up, but the fish do not care. They're still chewing out here. Striped bass, bluefish, fluke, weakfish, porgies, all species. Get out there, catch them up, and we will see you next week.